we're standing on the prepuce. Oh man, my French has let me down because there was definitely le point. There was something that I knew, some term that Babel taught me that was completely pointless to life until this point, and now I've completely forgot it. But I originally thought, coming up here, that I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to actually shoot because there's construction, as you can see, going on throughout this area. This bridge is very much not complete. However, when I came to this side, I fortunately did see that there is in fact pedestrians up on this side of the bridge. It is a double-sided bridge for each side of traffic, or each direction of traffic, which means that one side is open for pedestrian traffic, which is great, and then the other side is it looks like still under construction somewhat, but as long as they have one path open, I don't really see why they need to have more than one open. So if you are coming here, which, you know, I would presume that most people that are watching this would probably be watching it because they don't plan on actually doing this journey, but if you are, the north side of the bridge here, just where you can see ahead, is where you can actually access the path. So on the south side of Nuns Island, or the west-ish side, let's say, the access point isn't there. You got to come over to the east side of the bridge in order to actually get to where you're going. So the Victoria Bridge, one of the original bridge that crossed the river, is just in the background here, and then we'll get lots of views of it up there, but obviously this is the reason why we're here, and I'm glad that I finally found a spot to cross it. I anticipate I'm gonna time this out just to give you guys a somewhat good idea of how long it takes to cross the bridge by foot. I do travel very fast. In fact, I still, in my 40s, am traveling much faster than most people on the sidewalks that I know of. It's just the way I walk, and yeah, it's I'll give you an idea at least of how long it's taken me to get across, and then we'll go from there. So here we are, Pont Champlain. As you can see, it is well set up here actually for pedestrian traffic, vehicular traffic that is, you know, human driven, let's say, for those legal people that love that kind of distinction. And the path is open, which is great. All conditions normal, bonne journée. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a bonne journée à Montreal, à Pont Champlain. Look way more turquoise on this camera from what I'm seeing than what they actually are. I might not change that when I edit this, so if the waters look very Caribbean blue, that's my cheat, because they're more of a greenish look, to be honest with you. But you can also notice how shallow the river is in this section. It can't be more than like 10 to 15 feet in depth, I would say. we're getting now to like the middle section now, because we're about to cross this particular construction. If you want a great perspective of Canadian highways, well, you're gonna get a great one here because it's right in your face. This is a great perspective of Montreal. In fact, I would say this is where you want to be to get the best sight line of the city itself, especially at dusk with sunset. It's unfortunate that I'm not here at that time, but it is what it is. It's not exactly a journey that you can really plan too much around because there's nothing around here close by, so you got to commit like half of your day in Montreal to come here. In the background you have the Jacques Cartier, the Victoria Bridge, also the Expo grounds, or now Parc Jean-Drapeau and La Ronde. And unfortunately, it is unfortunate that the walkway is not open on the other side. On the other side of the bridge, they're deconstructing the original. So where I am right now, you can actually, if I was over there, you could see that being torn down, but unfortunately I can't because I'm not on that side. So it would be a great sight to see. It's just always fascinating checking stuff like that out. But we're getting close to the midpoint now. So when the next time I join you, we'll be there. I also pointed out though that you'll notice that there are assistant beacons and stations placed along this path. So say you're going for a run across this bridge, which the next time I'm here I might try to do, you have areas that provide assistance in case of an incident. Fortunately, there's not much going on up here, so I don't see you really getting encounters other than, say, with other cyclists or runners themselves. podium. We don't have much left in our journey. In fact, I can see the end of the path down here, or at least le fin de voyage. One thing that's very interesting about this area is that the podium is actually built on a section of the St. Lawrence Seaway Mountain, or at least the earthwork that actually separates the St. Lawrence Seaway here from the river itself. One thing that's fascinating to me about this, and having only recently learned about this project overall, is that, hey, there's a path that goes along the entire section of the St. Lawrence Seaway in the river, and my calculations, it was somewhere around 20 to 30 kilometers in total. So as you can see, there are people actually, it's an unmanicured path, but people are still biking along that. So people take their outdoor sports very seriously here. They always have, but I think the pandemic just brings it to another level. But I'm sure that happens all the time. I would love to actually try biking along that. I don't think I have it in me to walk it, because it will take probably 2 days to do so. You can see the original construction of the first bridge on the other side, and it also, this area you'll notice is glassed over. It looks like, even though it's not quite finished, like there might be even some scheme of a visitor center of some sort over there. It wouldn't really make sense unless they had a shuttle out here. But you know, you never know. Maybe they have an idea and there's something more going on inside those podiums than you think. And there's an observation platform, possibly. I can't see anything to give evidence to that. But it also just could be protection for the cabling that we have along here, just to protect it somewhat from the elements. Because it can get very crazy in the wintertime here. Alright, we're going to carry along on the last section of the bridge here. It's 1 o'clock for just an FYI for how long it took to get here. Yeah, 1 hour with all the stopping and everything, so I'll give you an update on that when we get to the end of the bridge as well. Down there, getting the paths ready for pedestrian traffic. This whole area, I'm not really sure where the pedestrians would come from, but there's not really much around here. It's a highway interjunction or intersection, or the entryway to a bridge. But they definitely are sparing no expense when it comes to public infrastructure and outdoor stuff. If you've seen my Don Valley vlog, you'll see how different it is in the country that I come from. Sorry, the town that I come from, just waving at a trucker there. Yeah, it's very, I've said enough. It's fantastic what they do here. If you like walking, you're gonna have no shortage of places to walk. If you come here, it's like astounding how great the outdoor landscaping, and I promised you an estimation of time as far as how long it's taken to get across. It is about 1:20 now, so it's been almost an hour and a half to get across the bridge in total. Okay, I am back because that path that I was showing you actually is where I am now, or at least I'm actually walking down to it. And what's interesting about this area is that you get a great perspective, if you're getting here soon, of the old bridge and its deconstruction, and also the new bridge as well. You really get a good idea of how different the projects were as far as the scale and the scope of what they were doing at each period with these two structures right next to each other. So as I said, I am now just getting down back to ground level on that side where the manicure path, where they're just finishing everything up, is just happening down there. So we're underneath the bridge now, and yeah, I'm still vlogging, but I've noticed that there's actually a path, and I believe that that's actually going to be for pedestrians later on, leading to that section that I outlined. It leads directly to that glass section, which you probably can't see too well from here. I'll need to be corrected, probably by my Montreal friends that will tell me that that is actually for, say, a tram service or not for pedestrians themselves. But we'll find out probably at the next visit that I'm here to find out exactly what's going on with that. But to be honest, because it's like coming down between the two sections, I would presume that that is being made for either mode of public transport or for pedestrian traffic, but it's a pretty big part of the construction, so I'm going to presume that it's actually going to be for a future tramway line, subway line of some sort. That definitely looks like what it was built for. You can also see this is a rare perspective that's not going to be around for much longer between the two bridges here. You can get a good sense of old and new, so I'll give you a visual of that, and maybe that'll be the end of this. We're on the other side now of Pont Champlain, which is the old side, or the old bridge, and as close as we can get to this construction, where you can get a good sense of old and new, and actually just with this unique perspective kind of get an idea, especially in the back there with the old bridge and the podium of the new one just behind it there. It's a very cool shot. So yeah. That is Pont Champlain. Again, gonna close this out. Thank you guys for watching. It's been, when I started this vlog, I thought, you know, I'm just gonna show you me walking across the bridge, but as per usual, there is a couple of interesting things to see along the way. So if you get here quickly during the construction, don't shoot the construction. You'll definitely get to enjoy the old and new aspects of what Pont Champlain is all about. Alright guys, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you soon, hopefully in another vlog here from Montreal.